Okay, so a few news articles have come out saying that Back 4 Blood 2 is in development. Now, I'm not going to link the exact article, but basically what it boils down to is the code name that was used for Back 4 Blood is being used again for a sequel title. So the code name is Ballbag, and Ballbag 2 is in development. I know it's not called Ballbag, but it's just an idea. It's just so you get the point across that, you know, it's probably Back 4 Blood 2. Now, here's the thing. Some people have been saying that maybe it's just a code name that Turtle Rock likes to use. This isn't Turtle Rock's first game, so more than likely that's untrue too. It's got to be Back 4 Blood 2. It just has to be. But this video is more aimed at people shitting on the idea that Back 4 Blood 2 is even in development. It is even an idea. Because I still see people hating on this game. Now, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Back 4 Blood Day 1 was a masterpiece. I'm not going to tell you it was a great game. Sure, it was a fun game. I always had fun with it from day one. But the game only got better as time went on. The development team really took on board a lot of the complaints, a lot of the issues that people had with it. That card system that they brought in, while the idea was cool, what really annoyed me about that whole thing was the idea that at certain points you had to draw a card and then you could use whatever was in your deck. It was super annoying. Basically, they turned the card system into a loadout system, and it made the game so much better because the second you load in, all cards activated, so it was just like make your deck. I feel like that was a much better implementation of the card system, but that came much later, so a lot of people have this like bad taste in the mouth of being like, what is this mess? There's a few other things like the PvP mode not being very good. It was good for maybe a day or two, and then it was just kind of like, wow, this got stale fast. While a lot of people really swear by what was in Left 4 Dead, personally, I never cared about that mode in Left 4 Dead, so this argument about Back 4 Blood really never really bothered me, to be honest. It was just a mode that was there, and I never really played it anyway. I was there for the PvE, the co-op, the 4-player co-op, the zombie killing. I was there for the harder difficulties. That's all I wanted. The one thing that was missing for Back 4 Blood was a horde mode. There's no like tower defense mode. There's no like just hold out in a cabin. There's nothing like that. I feel like they really missed the opportunity there to add that, or maybe just have it there in the first place. The DLCs came, and a couple of those chapters were really good. The first DLC pack was a little bit of a mess because it essentially just added secret levels onto the main campaign, so it wasn't like you were even able to access it like straight away. You had to play levels, find the entrances, get into those levels, and then, you know, you could play them. And they're kind of visually repetitive, so they weren't the best. But then DLC Chapter 2, like Act 5, is it Act 5? Yeah, Act 5 and Act 6 got added, and they were pretty good, man. Good objectives, good setups, good like enemy types that got added, new weapons, couple of new characters. Honestly, they really delivered on that DLC. I can't really knock it. It wasn't the best DLC ever, but it was a good addition to the main game. So now Back 4 Blood is a really good complete package for a co-op zombie shooter, and I still see people being like, it's still not Left 4 Dead, it still doesn't do this, still doesn't do that. Listen, one of the main complaints I have with Back 4 Blood is the ragdoll when you're shooting the zombies. It just doesn't have the weight behind it like Left 4 Dead does, and I really hope they rectify that. No matter what patches they did, this never got fixed. However, impacting when you're shooting these zombies feels a lot better than it ever did in Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is aging, and it's aging fast, and I love me some Left 4 Dead. However, when I play Left 4 Dead, I play Left 4 Dead. I do not play an absolute monstrosity of mods that people run Left 4 Dead 2 in now, and it's not even the same game. They basically got this weird skewed reality of what Left 4 Dead was, and it's not what it is. So I think a lot of people are misrepresenting what Left 4 Dead is when they complain about certain things with this game. They're just not remembering what the actual game was. They'll see one like Krobby Cat video and instantly turn on a game. They're a bunch of weirdos, they always have been, but this is the gaming community, as you will. They see a lot of negatives in a video, they never see the positives, and then they won't even bring the positives up. They'll just completely not acknowledge them. They'll not even notice that certain things that Back 4 Blood does is better than what Left 4 Dead does. Now, I still don't think Back 4 Blood lived up completely to Left 4 Dead 2. Sure, some of the gameplay mechanics are a lot better. Aiming down sight, gun models, animations are a lot better. Characters don't actually talk in this, and I know a lot of people used to complain about that too. They used to be like, why do they talk so much? They just never stop yapping, and I get it, sort of. But in Left 4 Dead, all the characters ever do is just shout that they're reloading, and I mean every single time they reload. Reloading, boomer, reloading. So it's a really odd argument. Again, I love Left 4 Dead, but I also love Back 4 Blood, and I don't understand why we live in this world where both zombie shooters can't live in harmony and we can't enjoy all of them. It's like, pick your side. This isn't a sports team, just play one of them. And at the end of the day, Left 4 Dead is old and we've played it enough. We want new stuff. Why are we hating on this fucking game? If you played Back 4 Blood back in the day, like the day it came out, and you hated that experience and you didn't want to go back, give it another shot. There's a good game that's been brought out due to fixes, patches. And yes, I get the argument, it should have been like that day one. It absolutely should. But that's game development, man. That's what we get these days. And it sucks. I hate it. But we have to tolerate it. Or you have to live in the past. And if you live in the past, why are you even complaining about Back 4 Blood? You're still on playing Left 4 Dead 2. Go play that. It's a real odd predicament, I see us in. So Back 4 Blood 2 seems to be in development. And I am all for it. Yes, I hope there's fixes made. I hope we bring it up to, you know, the top tier of these zombie shooters, because if you ask me, World War Z is the top tier zombie shooter. It's not Left 4 Dead 2, it's World War Z. That's the game it has to compete with. That's the game it needs to match. For content, for gameplay, it has to match that. Not Left 4 Dead 2, the game that came out in like 2009. Like, come on, people. But anyway, did you like Back 4 Blood? Am I talking absolute nonsense? Sorry if I sound like a bit of a dick in this video. Just one of those things where I am so sick of people shitting on this game when there's a good game buried here, and it's like, it came out. Yes, it wasn't there day one, but it's there now. So why aren't you playing it? Give it a second chance. The game's cheap. You can play it anywhere. It's on everything. Easily runnable on a PC. It's really well optimized. Good damn game. Let me know down below how you feel about Back 4 Blood. Are you excited about the sequel? Because you're damn right I am. We'll be playing that day one. No questions asked. But yeah, if you're new here, subscribe. That's all I got. I'll catch you later.